I'm Kathleen Taylor with the Nevada Women's Business Center, and it's wonderful to tune in once again to our live stream webinar series. And on behalf of the Nevada Women's Business Center, thank you so much for your time today and tuning in with us. I'm really excited about our guests today. We are launching the first ever Business Basics Academy, and it's a webinar based series, 5-part series, where we're going to talk about topics that are essential in starting a business. So, to launch the Business Basics Academy, which is a webinar based curriculum, I thought it would be prudent and essential to have today as our very first guest, Ms. Christina Stace. Excuse me, and she's with the Small Business Administration, the SBA. And when starting a business, it's really important that entrepreneurs or startups know about the amazing free resources at the SBA. So, Tina, I'm so happy to have you here today.
Thank you, Kathleen. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. So, let's kind of start with like the basics. Let's say that I want to open a business. I'm looking online and I happen to come across the SBA. I don't know anything about the SBA. I kind of heard about it. And
Yeah.
so where do I go from there in reference to the SBA resources?
Okay, so we're assuming, big word, assuming that you're starting on square one, block one. You have no idea what to do, but you want to open a business. So, okay, so you did find SBA.gov, so that's a great number one step.
Yes.
The SBA is a federal agency, and we've been around since 1953. So we've had a little bit of experience at helping small business owners and entrepreneurs and so forth. And our mission is very simple, and is to help small businesses start, grow, and expand, and anything that concerns a small business owner, we can essentially help with. So we have programs that work, that we are in conjunction with all three. We have something called the 3 C's,
Okay.
which we call the credit, counseling, and contracting. So that kind of simplifies the realm, if you will. So if you're a small business person, while you're thinking of being a small business person, and you found SBA.gov, you'll find that we have resource information available there. We have in Nevada here, they're also, if you're in another state, all the district offices have the same kind of additional resources available. You just have to search for your state. But if you go sba.gov/NV, you will get to the Nevada homepage, and on there listed you'll find our resource partners, one of them being the Women's Business Center, which is awesome. We are very fortunate to have Kathleen and Leanna Jenkins, the director of the Women's Business Center, provide you with counseling and training and assistance in growing, starting, and running your business. We also have SCORE. The SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They are phenomenal here in Nevada. These are primarily men and women that are retired, that have owned their own businesses, willing to give time back to a small business person or somebody that's thinking of starting a business. They are volunteers, so they're not being paid. It's just awesome, the group that we have here. And so anyway, they have mentors, they have training classes, they provide counseling. Oh, did I mention that all of the counseling is free?
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
All our resource partners provide free counseling. Some of your classes are pretty much free.
Yes, they
Yes.
are.
Yeah, but SCORE does charge for some of their classes. They're nominal fees just because to run the class and overhead and so forth, if
Sure.
they're providing training. And then we also have the Small Business Development Center, which is another awesome resource
Yes,
partner.
yes, they are.
And they provide training and counseling and mentorship as well. I think that, well, the Women's Business Center also provides, do you help people put loan packages, SBA loan packages together?
Yes, we sure do.
Yeah.
And what I really enjoy about the SBA is that there's so many programs in reference to funding for small businesses that we do provide, like the counseling and loan packaging piece. And the SBA on the other side of the equation, they have a tremendous amount of resources for people that are looking for funding for businesses through non-traditional lending. So if I were a business and I would go through the steps of either accessing SCORE, or I needed counseling for business plans, maybe I'd go to the Small Business Development Center, or I would go to the Nevada Women's Business Center for those types of services. We would provide counseling for that person.
And it's also not exclusive. So if somebody went to the Women's Business Center and decided, oh, well, maybe they found out that there's a SBDC counselor that has expertise in their particular field or whatever, they could take advantage of that too. And there's no time limit too. I mean, you can take advantage of that the whole life of your business if you want. So, you know, people come back and, oh, I'm doing so well, now I want to open a new location, or I got to hire employees, and all of that kind of thing, and you can provide help with that. So that's great. So that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. So if there is someone that's out there who's starting a business, or even an established business person, we share clients all the time. And like you said, if someone has expertise in restaurants, we refer them to the SPDC. If someone has, expertise in XYZ, we refer them to SCORE and vice versa.
Right.
So with the SBA, you have fantastic online resources as well. I remember when I was opening up my business, I went to SBA website, and you have fantastic videos for training and online resources. So could you talk a little bit more about that too?
Yeah, no, the SBA website is very comprehensive. It has, not only does it list all our services and so forth, but there's lots of information on where to go, tutorials, filmed webinars that are online that you can access at any time you want. If you need to take a refresher or you want some other information, it's all there. I mean, there's a whole lot of information on there. It's very, very comprehensive. So yeah, there's some great webinars and recorded trainings on the web page. You know, like for example, how to write a business plan, business plan writing, and finance information and so forth. Yeah, it's a really very comprehensive. And additionally, beyond our resource partners, SBA does have a loan program.
Yes.
A lot of people say, they hear about that. That's really all they know about SBA. But we're not a direct lender, so we have lending partners that we participate with. So it's a loan guarantee. So if you're looking for a business loan, you would go directly to a lender, and the lender would have a guarantee from the SBA. So the SBA would guarantee a portion of that loan. So if the loan defaults, they have some recourse. So, sometimes it varies. People ask, what the percentage is. It's roughly 50 to 85% of the loan proceeds would be guaranteed to the lender. So that makes it something more attractive to the lender, where maybe they wouldn't have done it, just in-house on their own. But having that guarantee is very helpful, especially to a small business. Yeah. And also might mention that the terms of the loan can sometimes go longer. Conventional loans, maybe let's say you find it's 5-year term, but with the SBA you can go 7 years. So that of course means smaller loan payments. That means more cash in your business.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason why we are presenting the SBA in this type of format, in addition to other partners such as SCORE or the SBDC, is simply because it's important to know that please don't do this by yourself. If you're starting a business, it's a lot to do. It's a lot coming at you,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the fill in the blanks,
Oh, yeah.
knowing what you don't know. We're not in our agencies. We're not in the business of telling you what you need to do to enhance your skills. If you are a gourmet chef,
Yeah,
or
no,
if,
no.
if you're a baker,
Yeah.
if you're an accountant, we're not trying to improve your skills and that skill set of
Right.
you know what to do.
Right.
We're trying to help you understand the business behind the business.
Right.
So that's why we're emphasizing these free resources
Absolutely,
in the
and
community.
a lot of times, I mean, if you're a baker or you're a restaurateur or somebody, and that's where your expertise lies.
Yes.
And there's no reason why you shouldn't have your own business, but that's not your knowledge base is the baking, the
Right.
you're a pastry chef, whatever. But we can help you with that other business end of it. So,
Yes.
yeah, because you're right. You don't want to be out there alone and everything. And that brings up a good point, Kathleen. That sometimes we get calls or people are saying, I've been trying especially with our contracting, and sometimes with filing of your LLC or your
Right.
proprietorship.
Yes.
There are companies out there that charge arms and legs for
It's crazy.
services that
Yes.
you can get free.
Great.
And it's mind-boggling to me. I
Mhm.
mean, I've heard them say thousands of dollars.
Yes.
And
Or for a
but you can
business
come,
plan.
yeah, or business plan,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. So you folks are not going to write business plans for people, but certainly
Mhm.
you have the skill set that if somebody takes advantage of the SBA webinar on how to write a business plan, and there's templates out there as well, and puts something together and brings it to you.
Right.
It's a living document, so you can sit there and help them, put it
Yes.
together and clean it up and get it presentable for a lender or for
Exactly.
that, and that's free.
It's free. We
Oh
like
my
free.
gosh, yeah, yeah. Because you've already paid for these services with your tax dollars.
Yes.
So it's vital, and it just kills me.
I
It's
know.
like, and then and I feel so bad because they've spent money that
Yes.
they could put in their
the
business.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Now, speaking of other opportunities with the SBA and its programs, could you explain a little bit about the contracting
Yeah.
aspect with the
Sure.
8A certification
okay,
program with
sure,
the SBA?
absolutely. The SBA is charged with kind of being overseeing government contractings in the realm that larger agencies, it's not just federal. We also have the state and local governments that we're talking about when it comes to contracting. SBA does have a contracting division where we have folks that go out and make sure that the set-asides, the small contracts that are supposed to go to small business by law, this is regulation.
Yes.
They are to go into the hands of small business owners. So we have folks that oversee that and make sure that's happening, and to make sure those contracting opportunities do get to small businesses. And we also have the 8A certification program, which is a 9-year business development program, which was originally designed for underserved markets. So it would be women, vets, minorities, anyone that was not traditionally receiving those contracts. So it is a program where you have to apply for it. It's not a automatic thing. So, and you have to be in business for a couple years because you have to have financials to get accepted in the program. And it's not something we would decide. It would go through our headquarters in Washington. They have folks over there that go over the application, which is kind of difficult. But it's something that we can help you with. We have 8A specialists in this office. His name is Barry Van Orden, and he is totally versed in helping people with the application. It's something that you do online. So if you get accepted, and you're in the state of Nevada, you would get assigned to our office, and he
Yes.
would be your um, business opportunity specialist.
Mhm.
So, and his job would be then to help you, uh, search out and find some of those contracts. So, um, it's a business development program. So he's, helping you develop your business. So,
Right.
and in the contracting sense. So, um, yeah. So that is great opportunities there,
Definitely.
because when you think about it, the federal government is the biggest purchaser of goods and services in the entire world.
And that's phenomenal.
It is.
It really is phenomenal. And to have
Chances are your business is sold to the government.
yes, I mean they contract for any and everything.
Just about.
Just
yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and to have the SBA literally in your backyard,
Yes.
to access these services, to position your business to apply for these contracts. Now, with contracting, that's another realm within itself, and I'm so glad that we have the agency PTAC,
Oh, yes.
the Procurement Technical Assistance Center here in Nevada,
Yes.
and they specialize
Yes.
in providing free services and training and counseling to entrepreneurs who want to specifically do business with government entities
Exactly.
to help you prep for those contracts.
They provide a lot of training and webinars and things as well, and like how to do business with Clark County, for example,
Yes.
or the school district or anything like that. Now, the PTAC is a wonderful organization there, out of their state agency, but they are under the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Business and I think getting the name wrong, Business and Industry, getting the name wrong, and so so they are another great resource if you're interested in contracting.
Now, another great program that the SBA provides annually, it's actually a contest, is the Innovate Her contest.
Yes.
And it was just such a delight for the Nevada Women's Business Center to participate in that program. Could you give us a summary of that?
Yeah, that's something they started a couple years back, and it's basically designed as a contest. And I'm forgetting the prize money. There was prize money involved.
$70,000.
Was it $70,000? Wow. Okay.
Total.
Yeah. So, and it was for innovation for women and children, some kind of something that provides help to women and children, whatever it might be. I know one of them was like a breast pump or
Yes.
something. I don't remember exactly. Was that ours? No.
Yeah, it was basically if you have a business and its services and products
Right.
are geared towards women and children,
Exactly.
you could submit a business plan
Right.
for review, and if you can make a compelling statement that my business does A, B, and C and meets the criteria of the
Exactly.
contest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, we had a state winner.
yes.
And then that state winner competes at the national level, and then
Yes.
there's a national winner.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was. I hope they have it again this year. I haven't read anything
too.
about it, but hopefully they'll have that again. Yeah.
Yes, and what I would also like to clarify for the audience is, over the years, the SBA has a lot of longevity. It's been around for quite some time, and there may be some misconceptions about what the SBA is about, and mainly in is it attainable? Can I actually go to the SBA office and talk to someone about their programs and services? And absolutely. So could you talk to the audience about your open door policy, basically?
Definitely. We're here in Las Vegas. We do have a satellite office in Reno, which is unfortunately closed presently, but we're hoping the person retired, so someone supposed to go up there soon. But we do cover the entire state of Nevada, and we will talk. Of course, if you're up north, call us. We still can help you out. There are resources up there as well. In fact, the Small Business Development Center, the headquarter office is at UNR. So so there's counselors and information available up there as well. The SBA, you can come call us. Our information is on the webpage. Um, we're very small, but we mighty.
Yes,
We
yes.
are mighty, and
Very
we
effective.
and we
Yes.
will help you and try to help you get you in the right direction and steer you in the right direction. And then we have lender relations specialists that they speak,
Yes.
they talk to our lenders all the time, so they have an insight. Maybe, sometimes a company might say, well, I'm a restaurant and my bank doesn't want to lend to restaurants. And so they can kind of help you a little bit with that as well. I think the counselors, the Women's Business Center and the SCORE counselors and the SBDC counselors can help you with that as well. But we do have lender relations specialists here. I mentioned our BOS before, business opportunity specialist. I'm an economic development specialist. We have, government contracting. We have the PCR who actually not located in our office, but he still covers Nevada.
Yes.
He's up in Washington, but his information's on the webpage as well. Yeah, reach out to us. We're here to
Yes.
help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And because of the geography of Nevada, we have rural communities too. The SBA is definitely a resource as well to our rural
Oh,
communities.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
how can they connect
Oh.
with the SBA?
Yeah, they can connect with us as well. I think like EDON, isn't that one of the rural? Then there's counselors out in some of the rural areas, SBDC counselors, and maybe some SCORE counselors out there as well. And I may mention that all of our resource partners do cyber, counseling over the phone.
Yes.
Maybe even over the computer. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to get a hold of us. Yeah.
Definitely. And so if to kind of like summarize everything, and if you're starting up a business, or if you are an established business owner, just keep in mind that the SBA resources and services with the 3 C's, with credit, counseling, contracting. Are there any other highlight points that you'd like to share with the audience before we sign off?
Yeah, sure. What else do we do? Well, the SBA also provides advocacy for small business owners. That's a facet that often gets overlooked. People don't realize that, large companies all have lobbyists. So,
Yes.
but you're a small business and you might be a mom and pop operation,
Yeah.
and it's just, and you have some issues with some legislation or some regulations that are affecting your business either positively or negatively. We have these folks in Washington that, we have a regional advocate. I believe they're in Washington, but I don't know. It's on the webpage, but they want to hear from small business owners. If you
Yes.
have something that is of concern, because they do go testify on the Hill. They go up to Congress and testify on behalf of small business owners. So that's something.
critical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Take advantage of that. So
Yes.
really make your voice heard, because they want to hear from you. So that's another thing that we do. And then we have something on the completely opposite side of the house, which is our disaster program. The SBA disaster, it is a loan program. It's the only in-house loan program that we have.
Okay.
So if there's a disaster, which unfortunately there's been a whole lot lately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so SBA does go out with FEMA, and FEMA does not provide any loans. The SBA is the only government agency that does, federal agency that does. I would look at it as something like a gap insurance. So let's say your house or your business got damaged by the fires, like for California, the wildfires or whatever.
It's really unfortunate.
Oh yeah, horrible. So, but you're maybe a little underinsured. SBA can kind of fill that gap with the SBA loan. So that would be a direct loan from SBA. And usually what happens is that the president or a designated individual makes a declaration of disaster. So
Right.
it has to be a declared disaster before, SBA would be able to loan money on that.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And, yeah, so it's not just for small business owners. It's actually for anyone that's affected by a disaster. So if you're a
Excellent.
renter, a homeowner, you can apply for SBA loan for a disaster. That's,
And that's essential because you may never know what Mother Nature may bring to your
Oh.
doorstep, whether you're a business owner or not. So to have this resource in the community that's available, that's essential. That's like night and day,
oh,
for
absolutely.
some
Get your
people
business back up and running as quickly as
Mhm.
possible.
Exactly.
And that might be the only way that might happen.
Right.
So, yeah, so we do a lot.
Yes, we do.
And we're small, but we try to have a big impact.
Yes, and you do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So, anyway, yeah.
So I'm just really happy that we had the opportunity to feature the SBA in our Business Basic Academy webinar series for startup entrepreneurs. And if anyone would like to contact you or the SBA, could you share your contact
Oh,
information?
sure. You can reach me at 702-388-6652. And my email is Christina, so it's CHRISTINA dot STACE stace at SBA.gov. All our information is on our webpage, so if, reach out to any of us. Again, the webpage is SBA.gov, and if you do /NV, you'll get to the Nevada homepage, and you'll find all the local information.
Okay. And if you are interested in any training or services or events that we're sponsoring in the community, please go online to the Nevada Women's Business Center's website at nevadawbc.com. If you would like to contact us, please give us a call at area code 702-734-3555. I'm Kathleen Taylor, and Tina, thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me.
This
It
was
was
fun.
a pleasure.
Always, and please tune in to our next webinar for the Business Basic Academy. Please go to our calendar for the registration information. And again, on behalf of the Nevada Women's Business Center, thank you so much for being our guest, Christina Stace of the SBA, and we'll tune in next time. Thanks.
Bye.